nice. Play my janky ass intro. It breaks. So fucking weird. Maybe it's like a setting. I don't even know. Okay, here we are. Pause 5 coaching session with Ceres. Is that how you think you pronounce it?
Ceres, yeah.
Ceres. Not bad.
Got your thoughty DP background here for the viewers.
It's so funny. It's just on shuffle. It's just on shuffle.
I promise, guys.
I promise. Okay, so we talked about pushing the towers, pushing like the proper towers the proper way. So fucking up towers at 9, like at the second catapult, especially. I also told you to like replay review your games. Not sure you're doing that.
I didn't yesterday during my sprain. No, I was doing it for a while.
Okay, that's good. Have you found any benefit to replaying, like reviewing your own like games?
Yeah, because the 10-minute point is like that's pretty much the point where I decide like am I going to get arcanes or am I just going to go with triangles? And I would say in like 30% of my games I've been getting arcanes, but I have to be doing well enough.
Cool.
Otherwise, I
think that makes sense.
30 seconds.
Pop quiz. What is my order of towers you should take? So we have
enemy safe lane mid.
Yeah. Good so far.
Enemy safe lane T2 or mid T2.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, and Roche obviously before we like get the mid T2.
Nice. That's good. And then I don't really care. High ground's whatever.
It's not whatever in this game.
It's not whatever in this game. So this is a pub game. You have a Spectre, you have a Sniper, and you have a Ricky. You're against a Void Spirit, a Jug, and an LC, probably. Maybe the Venom.
Yeah.
So, you match up really good against this LC hero. You match up really good against this Jug hero, sort of. Maybe not so good against the Jug. But, like, yeah, you match up really good against the Venom. So, like, you're actually, like, you're feeling pretty good here. They don't have much catch for you other than this Void Spirit, but he's really your only option. And so the way that I would look at this game is I say, okay, if this Void Spirit can kill the Oracle, then that opens up so much for the enemy team. But if the Oracle can stay alive through this, Void Spirit's burst and all his damagey shit, then you're feeling pretty good. So I would say, when we think about the defensive options that you have in this game, you have, like Glimmer, you have Yules, you have Ghost Scepter, and those are all pretty good options, except for there's only one option. This should probably be an Aether Lens, Aeon Disc Blink game.
I have never built Blink on Oracle, and now both you and Skater have said it, so I feel like it's the tech that I just never feel that rich on Oracle.
So do you know, why, like, I'll give you the floor to reason out why Blink would be valuable in this game.
Well, if I'm not getting dueled, and if I'm not getting jumped on by Void, or if he has to run out and find me, I mean, those are my two biggest threats, right?
Sure.
Whereas if I can blink in and either disarm LC before she gets her fucking stupid shard, or just ult somebody from afar, that's like we win the fight.
So I think you're thinking Blink as an offensive item. I'm thinking of it as a defensive item. So Blink essentially increases your cast range by like whatever 2,000 units. So, let's say you're pushing high ground, right? Normally your carry is going to be like right here, smacking the tower, and then you're going to be like right here. And then this is fodder. Like the Void Spirit can just like, bam, and smash you. Like, it's going to be so easy. But with the Blink, you can sit in the trees.
Yeah.
So that's the purpose of the Blink, is to, like, it allows you to play extremely safe because you have a Blink. So you're against these lineups that have, like, crazy amounts of catch. And, like, this, like he's going to come in, he's going to Astral Step. If he's good, he's going to, like, he'll have Ags. He can, instantly silence you. And now, like, you're fighting with a reaction time to kind of like, you know, get your glimmer off or get your whatever off. So like Aeon Disc removes reaction time. You don't even have to you don't have to do anything. You don't have to click a button. And Blink Dagger, like this guy's just not going to go in. He's going to try and kill a Spectre or something, or like, you know. So that's what the Blink Dagger offers you. You're just super far away. You're not going to die. Let's talk about your laning. You lane really good against this Venomancer. You should anyways. So maybe this is the issue, is you're gonna run out of mana. Maybe, I don't know. Like this spell is useless, right? So in this lane, this Venom's Gale spell should be useless. So you just trade with him, and it has you're comparable, and eventually you're gonna get Purifying Flames. So he can't get really that low. So you're really looking for. Oh, you also have a massive regen, right? So you're gonna have a pretty big advantage just smacking these dudes. And I think perhaps what's happened is you've used this spell a little bit too haphazardly, and now
for sure.
This is probably like this. You need to kind of like, you know, play the waiting game, because if this Venomancer sees that you've used the ability that he's afraid of, now he's not afraid anymore. Decent pull, like, worked out. Sure, get a little smacky smack. I like this ward. It's definitely a good decision. Nice, you get the kill. Oracle, let's go. It was even in the range of the sentry.
That was my preferred.
Oh, this is where the laning again all goes to shit. I think that's right though. I'm using my Q way too much.
100%, and like you can do that in a game where like you're not responsible for dispelling their only kill threat on you. So yeah, you probably die now? You die?
No, I don't think so.
But you took a lot of damage there.
Yeah, I did.
A lot of
So I
damage.
told you, this is where the lane falls apart.
And so this is just, like, you need to think about, it's hard, but like now you know when you're against a Veno that like this spell that dispels is very important. Like your execution's good here, like you are. I would say like you don't need to use mana on Oracle before level 3 that much. Like just try and get to level 3, and then your kill threat goes up like crazy. Like it's not bad. It's kind of working, but it's also kind of not working. Like you had the regen advantage, and now I think you don't have it. So like we're just being really inefficient in these trades and opportunities.
Oh, this is fucking terrible. I was convinced he had a ward there, and he didn't. It's just him.
Just guessing, just predicting.
Decisions, yeah.
Getting galed. So yeah,
it's just
I think.
the
Sorry,
fucking
go ahead.
poison attacks. Just fucking.
Yeah, it's a really good trading mechanism. Nice.
Consequences.
Yeah, heal that creep.
Death's bounty.
But like your lane isn't going so bad. Like the Spectre is gonna lose this lane to this LC. But you're preventing a lot. Like you are dying. Okay, that was good. So this is a good situation.
And I still get fucked here. That's a piss. I distinctly remember sitting under tower and being like, why did I even purge that? Like I should just went in and died because I was.
Have you not laid against Veno often?
Not as Oracle. Typically, it's like Jakiro or somebody that I can like counter engage.
Yeah, it's just this is just gonna happen. You keep trying to stack this. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, that was the point where I realized that he had a fucking ward there. I wasn't sure the first time.
Good TP back. I think we talked about that before, right?
Yeah, I've been doing that a lot more since you said that.
And like it works. I mean, you should definitely like. I would have preferred like you have to. You can pretty much only do it if you can buy another TP, because it's actually kind of useless. Like you should, if you're not going to buy a TP, then it would have been better to walk back and walk back to lane. Having this TP up is really important because if you, like you're the person who's gonna like if your sniper is getting ganked, you're the person who's gonna have to go back and TP to this tower, right? So as a caveat, an extra addition to this technique of TPing back to base, you need to buy another TP. That's like your P1. Okay, nice. We can get this maybe.
Dire should look to their middle tower.
Missed it. Oof. Just like night vision, eh?
Very, very powerful.
Yeah.
No, I was worried because I know
There
Spectre was
is
going to
little
farm,
hope
so I
for
didn't
Dire's middle tower. Dire's middle tower.
So let's talk about just wording for a second here. This word is pretty useless. Like, it gets countered, which I don't care about. But like, really, we care about like this sort of like this vision here is telling your team play down here. Like anytime you're placing a ward, this is where you're asking your team to play. And so this tower, you don't want your team to be down here because they're gonna die. They're gonna teleport into this Veno LC. They're gonna get chipped away. They're gonna duel. They're gonna die. You also have like these useless heroes at defending towers. Like you have this Ricky. This maybe Jakiro can do it, but like for the most part, this tower, this is just dead space. Like there's no conceivable way that you will defend this tower unless the opponents just like make massive fuck ups. Like this tower is gonna die in the next like 3 minutes. So I would have preferred to save this, like because they know that this tower is going to die. I would have preferred these wards to be used for like an offensive, or at least like a better, like put it mid so that your sniper can play safe. Put it like around here so that once this tower dies, where they're moving. Like just thinking a little bit, one step removed is going to be, or one step ahead of the curve is going to be helpful.
I didn't want to get. I wanted to be able to be like.
There is little hope for Dire's middle tower.
What was that? Sorry, my game sound is too loud.
No, I didn't want to give up the first duel to LC, so I thought maybe
Sure.
if I could have like vision.
Great TP. Like that was sweet. This is perfect. And now we also are here to push this catapult, right? Let's fucking go. And this guy's dead. Maybe. Nice.
No, and then our fucking Ricky leaves us, and I was angrily texting him like, "Why don't you just stay with us?" I had to sell.
That's funny. And he dies. Whatever.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yep.
It's hard to gank a jump sometimes, especially if you had a good lane. Okay, so let's see. You're with this catapult now, I think. Maybe it died. Whatever. You made the attempt, and that's like nice. I think he's still dead, but nice.
Yeah, I know he's all dead.
You prevented dual damage. Not that big a deal. I think really what the play there should be you. I mean, maybe. I think Fate's Edict is kind of what.
This range is so small though. Without
is the rain cast range? Oh, okay.
It's fucking piss poor. Yeah.
That's rough. That's where the Aether Lens comes in. But I think you do this on the LC. I think that's sort of the counter. So you make sure that LC can't attack. So now we're in a game state where we're definitely behind. Pushing these towers is going to be really hard. So you probably just have to like, play with your Ricky, play with your Jakiro. Okay, it's working. Put up really defensive wards like right here, like right here. This would be a good ward spot for sure. Nice. I think we could have seen. Nice, we get the D ward. So yeah, I mean it's gonna be a hard game, but you're the when you're playing Oracle, you can definitely turn these fights. Bring somebody who's about to die all the way up to full HP or something like that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But I'm not seeing a lot wrong here. Like your draft is awful, but that's not your fault.
Yeah, Sniper got really pissed off. I remember this game now.
That was good.
Oh my god, dude, the LC tilted so bad after that. The Sniper was pissed that our last pick, Ricky, went off lane, and he went. Well, you should take his items instead of he did.
Yeah, he's playing carry. So, yeah.
No, I mean the Sniper.
The Sniper went defusal? Oh, my Ags. Oh, this is fine. This is a good build.
And he just no. He went full. He went a complete. He told us he was going to main build. It was like Yules, Octarine, Ags.
I actually don't mind it. It's actually, I mean, it might be.
It was good against Void. I'll give him that. But he specifically said my Ricky will do damage.
Yeah, no, I actually don't. I don't disagree with him. I think this is you can't go right click build when you have Spectre and Ricky in the same game. It's not gonna work out. You have to peak it earlier than later. It's like, I mean, I'm sure it's annoying to play with, but like, functionally, it's actually not that bad. Nice, tank the gank. Let's go. Get the fuck out of here. You're playing really good. It's okay, nice. So you're moving mid. You're gonna play behind these dudes. You're pressing the pace on this tower and like you're making space. This is good. Like you're impacting the game positively. That's another good play. Like
I really wanted to get mid and told the sniper to go farm, but
so
I don't think
you just can't in these games. You can't get mid.
Yeah.
Like your team is so bad, but they scale, right? Like. You know, so you're gonna have to wait for a long time. Mid,
do I just ward up and try and get Spectre farm and try and like take safe-ish fights to where Spectre can keep farming without being in danger?
It's totally, yeah. So your cores, specifically your Spectre, Ricky, and Sniper, they're just going to like shove lanes and try and farm. And so you're trying to set up like good vision around the map for that, and good vision for your side lanes is actually vision in the middle of the map. So if you're able to ward like around here, if you're able to ward around here or like around here or here, this is going to protect your side lanes. Like putting up these wards is kind of like, yeah, it's also protecting your side lanes, but it's not like the middle of the map is the way to like, you know, arrive to a destination. So like this team, they're going to be playing bottom, and then if they wanted to gank top, they'd literally like walk up here or they'd TP. So there's no reason to have vision like this ward, for instance. If this was your ward, this ward wouldn't do very much because it's not really going to impact, like, you're going to see people move from the middle into this jungle and then they'd come around, right? So if you had vision here, this would be like a really good ward spot to protect the top lane, because chances are they're just going to TP and kill them. So anytime I'm playing support, anytime I'm playing support from behind, I really emphasize warding the middle of the map, because then it lets you see where the team is going. It doesn't show their end destination, but like these wards don't tell you that much. It would be better to have your vision here, because this is kind of like, you know, where the enemy team will be moving around. Like if you were to do a heat map of the enemy team right now, they'd mostly be in the middle of the map. And yeah, there's lots of reasons why, but I would try and protect this mid tower. Like take smart fights, like you're saying, but put up vision around the middle of the map.
Yeah, for sure.
And then yeah, just try and turn fights. Keep your TP off cooldown. And then absorbing these smoke ganks are really important. That was good. Like whatever, it's fine that you're dying. Your sniper's not, and like you guys actually might turn this fight now. Whatever, you defended your tower. Maybe.
Yeah, this is one of those like extendo fights where you're like, oh no, you hate this.
Not your fault, right? You can't control what your dumb team does. We're just looking at, you know, like things that we could have done differently. So this is kind of what I'm saying about like the Aether Lens being the right item, or Aeon Disc being the right survivability item. You're not going to have an opportunity to click your Glimmer.
But I was so poor. That's the thing. Lane went so badly. Like I mean,
it's nice
so
that
much
you're
more
poor,
gold.
But it's also nice to have a little bit to live. Like, you know, you're gonna get your Aeon Disc later on in the game. That's fine. You can just go first item Aeon Disc. It's a good enough item. But like Glimmer is functionally going to be useless against these teams who are going to blink in and kill you in an instant.
No, you're right. I just thought of 3,000 gold when I'm like, I was already sad enough that I couldn't go. Aether, and then it was like Aeon was just another expensive item.
Yep. Okay. So we've talked about not using your early mana, like setting up for your level 3.
Yep.
We've talked about when you're behind, warding the middle of the map to... Alright, I'm noticing a trend here.
Dude, they're just sitting mid. I was so fucking...
Remember about vision? Remember what I said about vision mid?
I know, you're right. It's all according to plan. You can see why this game lasted for an hour and 6 minutes.
They just keep diving. Do you guys end up winning?
Yeah, we won.
I know. Let's see, guys. Hey, look at that canvas. Okay.
And Lotus. They're very powerful.
So I'm just gonna go speed up. I'm gonna go player perspective. Since this is a long game, let's try and figure out, you know, these macro things. So you've taken one tower so far, 26 minutes. It does feel yikes, right? But we're defending these towers. It's good. Your Spectre's farming, and your Spectre does outscale all of these heroes. You have like 3 carries essentially. So if you can hold on, it's gonna be fine. But you're basically just trying to delay.
Stop jungling, let's push.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Boom. Nice. Good job. That's impact. Perhaps firing out a TP might be a good idea. I like this psychic headband. Your pog. Nice. Good disarm. That was just a swift slash, right? Good skill usage. And do we kill him? We kill him.
Fucking, I was so mad, dude. I thought I lived.
That's funny.
And then...
okay, I think you need to buy more TP scrolls. Like in general.
Yeah.
I've seen you a lot without a TP scroll. And like, that's gonna, like, if you can have a TP and move into, like, you know, the game or whatever, like, without fucking up, and, like, imagine if there's a team fight and you don't have a TP scroll and you lose. Like, that's yikes. I'm also noticing you dying a lot.
Yeah, I get really titchy in games like this where I don't feel like I have anything to do, because then I just kind of wander around and fire.
So
I don't really.
If you're on an ogre or a Jakiro, you can play like that. If you're on an oracle and a save hero, you can't play like that. You need to change the way that you're approaching, like, walking out of base. Like, when you're behind and you need to recognize you're behind, and you need to play very scared. So, like, when you're on Jakiro, your job is basically to make space in this situation. Like, you know, you could smoke and walk to the enemy tier 3 and, like, cut waves, and that would be, like, a very valuable... Like, that's the most value you're bringing at that point, other than, like, you know, defending a tower with your spells. But on Oracle, your value is the fact that you are going to save anybody at any given time. So, like, you want to play the game without dying at all. You want to play extremely safe, but you also want to, like, you know, move in the kind of, like, move in the shadows, move in the trees. Like, if you do have to move, when you're putting wards out, like, you do have to be really careful, and that's like that's a very challenging concept. But, like, you use your smokes to get wards down. It's probably, you're not going to get a kill, so you may as well use your smoke to get wards down. Don't run up hills, like, none of that stuff. You have to play extremely safe when you're a frail, like, you know, saving support. So it may suck. Well, yeah, like, like, it's good that you got dueled, but nobody else. But, you know, this is what the Blink Dagger would have done. Is it would have let you play, like, you know, or the Aether Lens or whatever. It would have let you play it in the woods, so that they can't just come out here and Blink duel somebody.
There's a very marked difference between how Oracle play when I'm, like, ahead or even, and when I'm behind. I think when I'm behind, I just like lose the plot because I had another game or 2 games before that where I went 11-1, and the only time I died was at the horn with the first
Sure,
room,
yeah.
and I'm playing safe. But it's like when I don't have Aether and when I don't have my items, I just kind of I'm like resolved to death. Not even consciously.
Yeah, you just die. So like, yeah, so this situation, right, let's go back. So you're pushing the tower, right? This is also something that happens all the time in like just games. So you shouldn't be within blink distance of the tower, right? You should be kind of like sitting back here, or like, you know, form a wall, like, you know, have heroes between you and kind of the enemy. Maybe put your vision here. I mean, this is a good word. I do like it. It's a low ground, which is kind of weird, but like it's going to be good enough. So like, just play back, because it's, you know, maybe it's good that like, you know, they went on you or whatever. He's shard, I'm sure. Yeah, his build sucks. Oh, kill this fucker. Nice. Yeah, you know, worth whatever. Spectro's getting big. So, yeah, I think this death, your death over here, like, you have cast range on your skills. You gotta play more back. Like, I would say that your positioning, like, if it was good, it would have prevented this need for the Spectre buyback here. Now, Spectre buyback is good. It does work out. Sleeping Dart's so strong.
Yeah, it is. But not having to spend the gold would have been better. Yeah, no, I agree.
Perspective. It's okay. Yeah, here's another thing. You can't TP like that either. And this is not going to come back to haunt you in this pace of the game, but it will haunt you in like higher MMR, like really high MMR games. Is like supports never TP to farm, never. Like you have to save your TP to. It's the most important. Like it's a free teleport around the map, right? Like it is super valuable, and putting it on cooldown for like a couple gold when you're a safe hero, it's just not gonna work.
So I should just walk the lane?
Yeah, just walk the lane.
Okay.
Like if you like, this is why we in the beginning of the game when you TP back to base, we're TPing to base to get you like to be able to TP to a thing that matters faster. That's why we're TPing. We're TPing in minute 5 to like get to base, get full HP, buy another TP scroll. So now it only took me 80 seconds to like become like, you know, get back into the ability to be a relevant hero. And we'll define relevant hero as a hero that has cooldowns up, has HP and mana that they'll survive a little bit, and they have a TP scroll. So if you are low as fuck HP and you walk back to base, that's basically going to take like 60 seconds anyways. So it's going to be way faster to be a relevant hero, to TP back to base, walk out here. That will only take 60 seconds. So it's like, you know, let's keep this teleport scroll off cooldown as much as humanly possible. That's going to be really valuable, so that if you do need to use it, you can then teleport. And because if you TP'd over here and did this, and then a fight, like you got ganked here, now you're kind of useless. But if you walk to base, walk to this farm, and then a fight happens over here, now you can just TP. You would have lost like 4 creeps, right? And in the grand scheme of things, 4 creeps is not that big a deal compared to having impact in a team fight. So this is a really valuable skill, and it's not going to impact your game right now. Like the way you're using your TP is fine at this MMR, but it will start becoming a barrier for you. You will end up losing games because of TP usage. Like especially if somebody saw, hey, just like they had vision here somewhere and they saw you TP to this, or they just know that you just spawned and you TP'd here. Now they can say, good, we can take a fight bottom. You just fucking run bottom. Oracle can't get there. And that's so like,
Yeah, no.
it's not. Yeah, again, it's not going to impact things. So like Spectre, good hero for this because they have haunt. All right, let's continue on. All right, so let's focus on playing safe. This Lotus is nice. Still would have probably preferred Aeon Disc. Nice. So okay, that's a good example of like, you know, positive, really positive. Like this is good positioning, really good. You're in the trees. Like this is beautiful. This is kind of what we want to do when we're playing this type of like Oracle hero. This duel comes out, you like instantly react, instantly get the false promise. I'm not sure if you, what else follow up you have, heal, and then your silence. So if either of these items were this Aeon Disc, you would be purged. You'd probably live, and then you'd extra save your Spectre. Turns out alright. Spectre barely takes any damage. The hell. I mean, yeah, like this is exactly how you should be playing, so that's great. You just need to consistently do that. Like that's the kind of play that wins the game for you. Very impact.
I definitely want to spend more and find a better midpoint between like, because the games are either like a little bit ahead or you're hella behind, and you know, it's a lot harder to play Oracle from behind, so I just need to get better at that.
Totally.
And like equalize between the two.
Yeah.
And I think I'll win.
It's easy playing Oracle when you just like know that, okay, all I have to do, my rookie's gonna jump in and kill everybody, and then once it gets low, I just, you know, ult them, and then they don't have enough damage to do anything. But this is a good TP. Your team's here, so you need to get there. Nice. I think, can we purge that? I think so.
Purge what?
Aeon Disc with Oracle Fortune's End. I think we can.
I think you need a strong spell. I would have to test it in the lobby or something.
Oh, the team's starting to slap.
Dude, this rookie did so much to stay alive.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking to watch.
And these guys are just like dying one by one. This guy has an awful build. Like, literally so useless. Why did he go these items? Whatever. It's like none of them work together. Like you farm Battle Fury to get an S and Y, and then you get Ags? Satanic, huh?
You wonder the coolest looking items, okay?
We think those look cool? Yeah, they actually do. They're all scary and red.
Yeah, they're all scary bladed things.
Yeah, dude. He's gonna get a moon shard next.
BKB does not look cool.
Oh. Oh, preemptive.
Dude, I keep thinking I'm gonna die. I'm like, I may as well just fucking ult Spectre before I go down.
So you're seeing the impact of your items here.
Yeah.
You know, you wouldn't be dying if this was Aether Lens Blink or Aeon Disc. So, you know, I'll give you a hard fast rule. When you're against heroes that have lots of catch, like Storm, like Void Spirit, like Ember Spirit, you need to itemize to survive against them, and you can do it with Blink, cast range items, or Aeon Disc. But beyond that, I think like you're gonna win this game now. You can kind of tell. Like, your Spectre's unkillable. Like under a tower, getting attacked by two.
Oh no, he's definitely killable.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess he just goes
and then he didn't have buyback. It was very scary.
Oh no.
It still goes on for another like 10 minutes.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's write out your homework now. So, do you have any questions? Any like things that you'd like
No, no, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head though. I need to like because the games are gonna get harder, and I noticed that like they're getting harder as I get back to like 4,000 MMR again, and I just need to work on like as I start losing more often, especially losing lane. Like, what does my transition into the mid game look like? So I'm not just falling over.
Cool. I like it. Okay, so in the early game, let's be just more conscious. Conscious? Laying. Don't blow your load. Early. Wait till level 3 before you start spamming. Okay, so that this is your timing. So yeah, when you're playing Oracle, when you're playing any of these like Witch Doctor, that kind of stuff, like don't use all your mana. Don't use all your spells before you're strong. You're not strong till level 3. Okay. 2 is going to be, so what was the second one? Oh, itemization. Yeah,
the TP, no TP thing.
What'd you say, sorry?
Buying a TP.
Oh,
after,
yeah, okay. We'll see. TP is the most important item. So buy TP. Always have a TP in your inventory. Don't TP to farm. Basically it.
Yeah.
3 is going to be against catch heroes like spirits. Itemize properly. Basically, against a storm spirit, you're gonna die.
True.
So, Aeon disc, cast range, close blink, and then hide in the trees. And 4 is playing from behind. So tips to play from behind. Okay, so 1, like vision, place vision in the middle of the map. When you are like stay really far back, basically.
Yeah.
Like stay really far back. Like and I think those 2 things would have like drastically improved this game. Like it's not, vision in the middle isn't always going to help. And it's going to be like, sometimes you can just kind of only get vision up where you can. But like here's it, like this spot right here is a really good like ward. It protects, like, you see the triangle, it's not going to get dewarded. So like right here is pretty sweet. I'd probably even say like, look at some support replays to see how they play from behind. We have every game from the major had a losing team. So there you go. I think that about does it. Now I like the bold stuff. Why does it do that? I think because there we go. Nice. Cool, very good. Now in terms of like, yeah, it looks like you kind of have this I think you're doing a much better job at pressuring towers. I think that you have like a pretty good idea of like this ordered approach to how many heroes you can kill, and you're definitely experiencing like more items, and that's going to continue to like you're going to continue to get better.
No, this is really helpful. Thank you.
No problemo.
All right, well, I'm going to queue a game, and if it goes to hell, I'm going to blame your coaching.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I have to go, but this is great. You had a lot of impact in this game, and like I'm not like when we're coaching, we're not like looking for the positives. So I would like to say like your alt usage is really good, and I even agree with these decisions to be like I'm gonna die. Let's just throw it on. So like your team fighting really like you press your buttons really well, and like as soon as you start putting in those like other elements, like the really small like tricky details, your MMR is going to go up a lot. So you're playing good, playing well. Just a few more It's all puzzle pieces, you know. Just slot them in, and eventually we're gonna have a complete picture. I think that about does it. GG's. Am I talking to myself? I am talking to myself.